Top of the morning to you. How are we doing? I'm going to take myself out and go to a local florist today because I've made a commitment to buy myself new flowers. I'm going to go to my garage to Home of Sade shop and pick out another vase that I want to buy some more flowers for because I just don't think you can have enough flowers. Organised this shelving unit in one of my last videos. The shelving unit is from Von House and it has done an excellent job of keeping all of my decor situated on here, and basically the function has worked perfectly. I essentially wanted to be able to have this shelving unit and then go and pick items from it when I needed them and then put them back when they weren't in use, because nothing on here I want to get rid of, but I don't necessarily need to use them all the time every time, so it's nice to know that I can come back and like swap things in and out. These are the two vases that I picked up. So I've got this kind of grey, white, beige colour one that I got in a next sale a few years ago, and then this one, where did I get this one? I think it was an Instagram company that maybe isn't around anymore. I'm not entirely sure, but I love the size of it and the shape of it especially. Hopefully we can figure out a really nice way to situate these in the house. I love that word, don't I? Situate makes me feel smart. Probably using it entirely wrong. Oh my god, it's so cold. Today the car was frozen, like frosted, so I had to sit in the car for like 5 minutes trying to get it to defrost. I've just been into the flower shop that I was going to try to see if I could get some flowers from, and it was absolutely beautiful. It smelled so lovely inside. She already did like pre-made bouquets. They were like 30-40 pounds, and I really didn't want to spend that much money, but they were really gorgeous. Like I think for birthdays and presents for people, I will 100% be popping it into there. I just wanted like a cheap little set of flowers, like maybe £10 per bouquet, so I think it's gonna have to be a supermarket deal. So I'm just gonna drive around until I find somewhere that does them. Oh, I know, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive into town because I know there's a little market where this guy often has flowers outside, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the flower market. Guys, look at all my flowers. Wait, you can't even see, there's so many. That's the sound of that food. Impromptu haul, massive slab of salmon, £13. I don't know if that's expensive. In this day and age, I don't really know. Kellogg's, Frosties, snack bars, unbelievable. One of the best snacks in life. Closely followed by the chocolate squares. Honestly, so nice if you've never tasted them. They're gorgeous. Nice little indulgent treat. And we're back from the flower market. Oh, I managed to bag myself a hell of a lot of flowers for £15. Let me show you. Look at this darling buds of May. This is adorable. So we've got purple tulips. I've got 3 bouquets. Well, when I say bouquets, they're very small. 3 bunches for £5, purple ones. Gorgeous. And then we've got 2 bunches of roses for £5. All of those roses for £5. You could make your other half very happy if they liked flowers every week for £5. What a bargain. And then this was £5. Technically, one of these was £5. There were 3 lots in here. I picked up this bunch for £5, which I still think is very healthy. We've got, I have no idea, I'm not going to pretend to know what's in there. There's a rose, some lilies, possibly some eucalyptus. They smell lovely. And then the guy got chatting to me and he was like, he kept saying, I kept just picking up bunches of flowers and putting them down. He was like, who are you buying these for? And I was just like, me. He was like, all right. I was like, yeah, just for the house, just for me. I don't know, maybe he felt sorry for me, but he was like, take these 2 as well. They're a little bit battered, but you'll probably find 1 or 2 in there that you can use. Which I was like, I mean, they look like just normal bunches of flowers to me. I can see there is a little bit of rotting on some of the sides of them. Look how pretty. I put the 3 large bunches in this taller vase and I think it turned out so beautiful. To be fair, the guy, when he gave me the 2 free sets, I think I underestimated how poor some of them would be in there, so I had to throw the bulk of most of them away. But I did manage to pull out some of these, I don't know what these are called, and some roses and some nice harder stems from them, so it filled out really beautifully. All of the roses, the yellow, the pink and the white, it's just so like uplifting, I think. I don't know if I have the right vase for this because I don't know, I just feel like tulips are meant to dangle much more. Maybe they will do in turn, but I think this vase might be a bit high for them. If you know the best vase to put tulips in or the best way to arrange them, then let me know, but I'm so happy with these. This one is going to come over here. It's pretty, look at that. And then the tulips just so if anyone comes to the house. Hey, good morning. I'm just getting ready quickly because we've got, oh, one second, let me get my hairbrush. I washed my hairbrushes the other day in apple cider vinegar. Apparently meant to wash them all the time, and it helps like if you ever stuff with like a scalp or anything. We've got a tree surgeon coming to the house in 5 minutes time to give us another quote on how much it will be to cut down the trees. I'm so tempted for us to just do it ourselves, and I think we could do it. I think we could order some scaffolding, which would be a really secure way to do it, because I'm handy with like tools like that. My mum and dad definitely are, so I think we could do it ourselves. But I just you know, we've never done it before, and I know that the conifers are quite a temperamental tree, in the sense that the brown on the inside of the tree dies, and once it turns brown it will never go green again. I would need to make sure that we do it really properly is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, the other week we had someone come and give us a quote. It was near on £2,000. I think it was like 1.8 in the end. Had thought it might be that much, but also at the same time I was a bit shocked, like, ooh, okay, it actually is that much. We don't want to spend that much. Like, we would much rather pump that money onto the inside of the house. Like, we've got lots of reno stuff to be doing. People on Instagram yesterday suggested that I get some more quotes, so that's what I did. I have joined an app called My Builder. I've never heard of it before. Someone suggested it. It's just like online on a website. You create a job, you can put it out, take pictures, write a description, say what you need, and people find the jobs and then they come to you, or you can reach out to other people. Basically, they can ask you more questions, they'll call you, they can book to come out and, you know, come and give you a proper quote, which is what one of the guys is doing today. I'm so tired. Our friends are gonna pop round. I just had to run around the house and just like hoover the floor and like wipe down all the surfaces, spray, like just take things out of places that they're not meant to be. Also, whilst like trying to have some lunch, because I didn't get around to breakfast this morning, so bad. Ooh. The guy came at 11:30 to give us a quote for the trees. He had a look around, he was asking me questions, I was asking him questions. I felt really comfortable as well, knowing that I just felt like he knew what he was doing because of like his forwardness with like the gardening. Yeah, I didn't expect him to give me a quote on the spot, but he basically did. And he was like, I think this is going to be about 450 quid. What? Thank God to the person on Facebook who told me about this app, because best thing ever. So yeah, we've had 3 quotes now, one for nearly £2,000, one for £630 and one for £450. We were really considering doing it ourselves, and I think we could do a lot of it ourselves, but it would take a long time. It's just a job that I just think is going to eat into so much time that we don't have for the house renovation anyway. It's cold at the minute, it's wet, it's snowing, it's been frosting today, so I just want to get it done before spring comes around. With the birds and stuff, it will become even more complicated. I'm buzzing about that. I need to speak to Rob about it and see what he thinks. To me, £500, when we knew when we bought this house we were going to have to spend money on taking down those trees, is like a bargain. I've been out in the garden this morning. It is 7:30. The gardeners are coming today. The landscapers, the tree surgeons, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to give you a quick before so that you can see what the garden looks like before they come. This is the garden. So we've got all of this conifer hedge all the way up the side of the house. That also needs to be cut for our neighbour's side. We've got these are called beech trees, and they reach really quite tall. I would say that some of these can reach a height of like, that must be around 30 foot, but they're still quite skinny at the moment, which is good, and they have no leaves on, so there's not really any there's no birds nesting in these ones. This is the garden. I don't know if I ever showed you guys the garden because I didn't do it in the house tour. This is the garden, so quick tour of the garden. We have got some very sad looking patio slabs that need a clear out, probably lifting and relaying. This is the back of our neighbour's garage. There are conifer trees this side which reach a much higher height than the ones at the front. The ones at the front are maintained a little bit better. They reach quite high actually. I would say that these are probably around 15, 16, 17 foot at the moment. Also got a laurel, which I think is quite pretty, and it kind of occupies most of the bottom of this space. If we were to take that out, there would be nothing there basically, because the conifer wouldn't grow back down. There's also this which just looks like some sort of weed. The guys are going to clear that out today. And then as you pan to the right, there's a little tree there that we're going to get rid of ourselves, which will be pretty easy. And then we've got some more conifers towards the back of the garden, along with an array of random small plants, but we can do all of those little plants ourselves in the future. That's not a problem. And then we've got a little corner where there's some ivy growing over the top, so we just need to go in and take that ivy down and poison it at the root. And then we've got the beech trees on the back side of the garden, and then we've got this random tree at the side, and the guys are gonna clip that down and round it off a little bit more today as well. Another thing that they're gonna do is there's an array of smaller trees down the side of the garden that need to be taken down, because although they have very small trunks at the moment, I don't want the roots to ever go underneath the side of the house and cause any damage that is going to be much harder to repair in the future. So that's what we're doing today. I am so excited for the garden to look a little bit better and for us to have a bit more of a clean slate to start our gardening when the spring comes round. I really want to get some really pretty plants planted in here and start to grow out our spaces for our rose trees. I also want to do a little patch where I can either grow some vegetables or have like a little herb garden. I've been dreaming about that since I knew that we were buying this house, so I just really want to get this place tidied up. And yeah, that's that today. I'm going to take myself inside. I'm actually so glad it's not us doing it today. The guys, bless them, like, I'm sure they're going to be suited and booted for this, and it won't take them any time, and once they're going they're going to be warm, but I'm going to have to be on tea making duty today because it's far too cold. Guys, it's now Monday. The tree guy came on Friday and Saturday. He's now finished. He was finished yesterday, but we didn't have a chance to look in the garden properly and stuff. I've just done a little quick tour around the garden and I'm happy with what he's done. So I want to take you around and show you the final product. Look how beautiful he's done them. I'm really, really happy with those. They look so clean and tidy, and he did our neighbour's ones as well. So come in to the side of the house. This is the view now for the beech trees. So he took a good, I would say, 10 foot or so. These are obviously just rough estimates, but he took a lot off, and this is going to be so much more maintainable for us in the future. I think once these start to get some new growth and fluff out again with the leaves in the summertime, they'll look a little bit more friendly. At the moment they do look quite dead and withered, but that's just, you know, that's just how it looks in the winter time. One little thing that I did notice once he had finished is there are some little bird boxes tucked away inside the trees, which is really cute. Someone's made them out of old milk bottles. Rough saying hello. Just to show you, the height of those trees behind is the height that these were before. They were kind of like neck and neck. Some of them were actually a little bit taller. We've taken ours much, much lower, which has allowed for a lot more sunlight to come into the garden. Going to be a really good thing because the sun kind of goes up and round like this in the afternoon, and this is likely to be our warmest spot when the sun hits its peak. there's going to be a lot of cleaning out and clearing out underneath these trees. So these beech trees lose a lot of leaves. A lot of ivy on this fence, which will all need taken down. This tree in the corner, I don't know if we will end up keeping it. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm umming and ahhing about it. This spot here might end up being used for some sort of cute little love seat or situation, maybe even the vegetable patch. Obviously they used to have a small decorative section here. We'll just take all of that out. I just want it to be cleared. He's taken them back really nicely. I was really worried that because they hadn't been being maintained, a lot of the conifer tree was going to be dead inside. And what I mean by that is, you see these brown patches, if you don't maintain them well enough, they basically fluff up too much and the sun can't get into the tree because it's such a dense tree, and where the sun can't hit, it dies in the inside. So when you then go to maintain it and cut it back, if you go too far back and you expose too much brown, you obviously make the tree look quite dead and it doesn't come back, it doesn't flourish back to green, not quickly anyway. So you might end up waiting quite a few years for it to turn back green, if it does at all. And you know, that's not exactly a vibe, is it? So it's really super clean and tidy, but it's still green. Same for over here. You can see that the conifers here, the trunks of them go a lot higher. So it's mainly conifer towards the top, middle and left of this section. And that's opened that space up there as well. Again, there's just some bits that I didn't tell him to take up because I knew we could do these bits ourselves. So we've got this, I don't know if this is a weed tree, but it's the same sort of tree that's in the corner. You know, things just growing down here, bits of wood, bits of metal pipe sticking out. Buckets, old bits of plastic that have obviously made their way into the garden somehow. We've got ivy growing up these trees as well, so we just want to kind of kill off that ivy and make sure that it's not going to take over everything, because at the moment it feels like it is doing that. See, we've got ivy starting to attack the side of the house as well. We really want to make sure that we take care of that, poison the roots somehow. And then in this section here, it's so much more tidy again. So obviously there's still lots to clear up, but I just asked him to cut down all of the old branches so that we could actually at least get down there and maintain it ourselves. So he's done that for us. Ivy going up the side of the wall again, which I'm not best pleased about, but I'm sure if we kill off the root, it'll eventually die and we'll be able to just peel it all back, hopefully. We just needed the bulk of everything gone, especially all of the tree cuttings gone, because we weren't going to be able to dispose of that ourselves. I'm super happy with how it looks. He did a really good job. It looks super clean and tidy. Now I'm really looking forward to focusing on the summer, when spring summer comes around, and we're going to be able to tidy up, like turn over the soil, plant some lovely bright coloured shrubbery, just to bring a whole vibe back to the garden. And also I'm hoping to maybe do a little shed in the garden somewhere, but also a vegetable patch and a little herb garden, or maybe both. That's something that's really on the cards. I'd love to be able to like grow some tomatoes and potatoes and stuff like that. That would be so cute. Yeah, in the next video, so after this one, is going to be a video about the ensuite. So we've had an issue with the ensuite since we moved in being that there was no hot water to the shower, so we are fixing that. We started doing it last night. I've been filming that but for a different video for you, so that's gonna be next video. Make sure to tune in because it was hilarious, if nothing else. Not gonna spoil the ending. Did we fix it? Did we not? You'll have to subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you haven't already. Anyway guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Take care, lots of love, bye.